Hello, this is Els here at Beema's Crafty Corner, and today I want to talk to you about these Vicki Butin Art Crayons. Now, they come in 3 packs, and it is a total of 24 colors that you get. There is some prep involved in these, so make sure you got your baby wipes handy. Now, let me start off by saying that I am not being paid to endorse or anything else this product. I simply picked it up, thought it looked interesting, and figured I would share it with y'all. So I came home and I looked on the scrapbook.com YouTube channel and found Vicki Butin actually demonstrating the product, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Let's see. So the first thing she says is that when you open the package, some of the colors may have this white wax on them, and you just take a baby wipe and take that off. So I've cleaned up some of them already. Let's go ahead and clean up a few of the rest here. Okay. All right. I think that's pretty close to all of them that I've now cleaned off. Now, I can tell you off the bat, there is something here I don't like. What I don't like, right off the bat, is that the crayons do not have the color marked on them. This is blue, but what kind of blue? I've got 3 blue crayons here, 4 blue crayons. So you have a cool palette, a warm palette, and a neutral palette. There is a blue in the neutral, and 1, 2, 3 blues in the cool. And they don't have any difference. There's no, this is midnight blue, this is starry blue, this is sky blue. None of that. So if I was mixing something and I wanted to mix it again, I'd either have to remember which one I used or have to give myself some kind of a swatch or something, because I couldn't just write down that I used Starry Night with Jamaican Rose. I couldn't do that because these do not have colors on them. So let's get these kind of out of the way and let's look at putting some color down. Now, what I'm going to use today is some Canson mixed media paper, because mixed media is a little bit of everything, and I think that's only fair. There were a few techniques that she demonstrated, so I'm going to replicate those and see if I can get the same result. So technique number 1 was putting color on the paper. Now, according to her, if you take the color and you put it directly on the paper, you can smudge it. And it does blend out pretty easy and pretty nicely with your finger. And cleanup is pretty much just a baby wipe. Now, she recommends that you do not do the color directly on paper if you're going to be using it as a watercolor, because once you put it on here, paper has memory. And if you've ever watercolored and used watercolor pencils to do that, you know paper has a memory. And you can still see, after I've blended it out, you can still kind of see where I originally put the color. So, let's get that off of there. She recommends that you take a piece of clear acetate, that you put the color onto the acetate, push lightly because these are very, very soft wax color. Now, I'm seeing a lot of pilling here on the color itself. So let's get some water and see if we can kind of pick this color and blend it in. So, got quite a bit of water here, and I'm just not It's not really breaking this down. It takes quite a bit of mushing it around to kind of break it down. And then, I don't know if you can see that, but it's still kind of in the bristles of the brush, not really coming apart there. So we'll give it a couple of seconds here, see if we can get it to mush out a little better. Let's see. Still kind of got chunks. Okay, well, let's put it on paper and see what it looks like. So yeah, it looks like watercolor. And she uses a technique she calls kissing, where you take the color on the acetate and just kind of put it on the paper. Most of us would call that jelly printing, the cheap way. Just not getting excited here. Okay, so let's take a different color. And according to what she says, you can put water on the color and then put it on a stamp and use that to stamp. So, in fairness, she used the orange. Just get that cleaned up real quick. And what she did was she dipped it in water. And I'm going to spray some water here and then put this crayon in it because I don't want to do it with the blue water. So I've got quite a bit of water on the acetate sheet. I'm going to get the crayon wet and then just kind of begin putting the color on the stamp. Now she says to be very light with this, or you'll end up having to clean this up for days. So I do see it going into the stamp, not necessarily onto the stamp, but we'll figure that out in a minute. So let me just put that away. And then she takes the second color, the red, and she gets the red wet. And then she puts the red in the middle. Now, I think she pushes a little harder than she tells you to, because the color she comes up with is quite a bit darker than what I'm seeing here. But let's go ahead and try this. So we're going to take this. She says the first one may not be great. So let's stamp the first one. Yep, not so good. Second one. Third one. Fourth one. Anyway, I suggest you go over to scrapbook.com, look up her demonstration for these, see what she does, and decide for yourself if this is a product that you'd be interested in. Personally, I think I'll stick to my watercolors. Well, that's it for me. Let's see. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. If not, that's okay too. I will see you all in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.